Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel Ask Neena Teacher. Today I will be talking about a topic that affects so many of us both as children and as adults. Bullying. This has been a part of life for as long as we can remember. Almost everyone has experienced it in some form at some part of our lives. But here's the thing. In recent years, we are seeing more attention being given to this issue, and for good reason. More parents and educators are waking up to the real long-term damage bullying causes, not just to the child being bullied, but to the entire school environment. And some of these bullying incidents, they are becoming alarmingly violent. But what does this mean for our kids? Many experts are starting to recognize that bullying is more than just kids being kids. It's a form of violence and it's time we address it head on. What's even more concerning is that studies show bullying isn't just a middle school or a high school problem. It starts way earlier. In fact, younger kids, even in elementary schools, are bullied just as frequently. And that's why we need to focus on addressing it early, before these behaviors become ingrained and the damage gets too deep. Let me share a story from my own personal experience. Years ago, at a parent-teacher meeting, one of the parents shared an incident about her child being bullied. She explained how her son had spoken to me, and even though I spoke to the other child involved, the bullying didn't stop. Her son felt hopeless and didn't think it would make a difference to tell anyone again. I was heartbroken to hear this. A child came to me for help, and I thought I'd handle the situation. That moment opened my eyes, and from then on, I became much more proactive about stopping bullying. Studies also showed something that really struck me. 43% of students are afraid to even go to their school bathrooms because they fear being bullied. Think about that for a second. I used to think kids just wanted to hang out with their friends in the bathroom. But after hearing this, I started to understand that for many kids, the fear of being bullied was behind that request. I realized I'd been missing the bigger picture. And here's a truly shocking statistic. Every 7 minutes, a child is being bullied. But get this, out of all those kids being bullied, only 4% ever get help from an adult. 11% do get help from their peers, but a whopping 85% deal with it alone. That's terrifying, right? Research also points to the severe psychological effects on the children who face bullying in isolation. Kids who are bullied report feeling panic, anger, frustration, and even depression. Some shut down entirely. Others, sadly, may even turn into bullies themselves later on. So it's absolutely critical to intervene early before these negative patterns become too ingrained. Now let's talk about something that surprised me when I did my own research. There are a lot of common misconceptions about bullying. So I want to ask you, do any of these sound familiar to you? Bullying is just a part of growing up. Boys bully more than girls. Bullies don't usually have any friends. Ignoring bullies works. If kids fight back, bullies will leave them alone. Bullies do poorly in school. Bullies are usually physically bigger. Bullies pick their victims randomly. Here's the truth. all of these perceptions are false. I was shocked when I realized how many of these myths I had believed myself. And that is why it's so important to change our approach. Kids who bully, kids who are bullied, and even those kids who just watch. Everyone needs to be a part of the solution. So, exactly what is a bully? Simply put, bullies use aggression and power to control others. But here's something you might not know. Bullies often target those who are vulnerable in some way. Kids who are quiet, don't stand up for themselves, or who are isolated. They become easy targets. So, bullies like to target kids who are alone, kids who don't speak up, kids who are easily upset, kids who are isolated, or don't have a strong support system. And here's the flip side. You know what bullies don't like? They don't like kids who stand up for themselves, kids who seek help, kids who have a group of friends around them. Understanding this is crucial. Knowledge is power. If your child knows why they might be targeted by a bully, then they can learn how to protect themselves better and avoid falling into a trap of being an easy target. Bullying takes many forms. It can be physical, verbal, and even psychological. Teasing is common among kids, but it becomes bullying when it crosses the line into constant hurtful behavior. This can range from name calling to threats to physical violence, spreading rumors, and now with the rise of social media, bullying can happen online too, where it's harder to escape. One thing we can't do is brush bullying off as something kids just have to tough out. The effects can be devastating. Kids might feel unsafe, lose their self-esteem, and in some tragic cases, bullying has even led to suicides and school shootings. Here's another thing that surprises people. Both boys and girls bully, but they do it differently. While boys may be physically aggressive, girls tend to be more verbally and emotionally abusive. They might use rumors, exclusion, or gossip as their weapons. Well, bullying can come in all shapes and sizes. In the coming week, I'll be diving deeper into this topic, exploring different aspects of bullying. So, I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on bullying? Have you seen these misconceptions in your own life? And how do you think we can work together to make our schools safer for everyone? Drop a comment below and let's keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching and do subscribe for more videos on topics like this. Stay tuned for the next video in this series and remember, together we can and we will make a difference. Take care.